Good morning. I'm still organizing, can you tell? If you guys come on with me, you can feel free. Share. I'm not very organized once I get rolling. See if I can start doing it. Oh, I see Geraldine. Thank you for joining me. I'm trying to share things out because I'm not very technically minded. This morning or ever lately, my head is in the clouds. So let me see if I can manage to share this. Just a couple places, and then I will be with you. That one works. That works. That works. Good. Okay. Now, so how are you doing this morning? I feel like I got pulled away from the coffee time this morning, and I'm sorry for that. Sometimes things have to. I feel like we're really being worked right now. I don't know about you, but it's like things keep popping up, and we're being called into service. So. Wendy, yay. So I am settling myself down. I did get a good Bernadette. Thank you for joining me. I love that name, Bernadette. Did you see that movie? Where Are You, Bernadette? I was like, I love that name. It's great. Where in the world are you, Bernadette? What was it? It was so good. No worries, we need to serve when called, exactly. There's so much going on right now, and I want to just be able to sit back and relax with friends, and it's been fun. But I think that's where this conversation is going today, is playtime. It's obviously really, really important for us to give ourselves playtime and downtime. And there's so much going on. Bernadette, I highly recommend it. It's a good movie. It just came out like last year. I highly recommend, where was my theme? Now I'm on the highly recommend the movie, and I got mixed up. Song of Bernadette. Interesting. Is that a movie too? Oh, Geraldine, I love that movie. It was good, wasn't it? It was she found herself. Bernadette found herself. What I'm getting today, the theme of it that I put in was track and field day. And I wonder how many of you remember track and field day when you were kids. It was like that day when supposedly you were supposed to kind of know who you were, what your skills were, or at least you were trying to figure it out still. And so everyone had their own thing. There was so many different, there was like the shot put, and there was track and field where you're running and jumping hurdles, which I usually fell on my face. And hi Christine, thank you for joining us. What else was there? Remember where you had to run track and you had to carry the baton. So you were teaming up, trying to get around. Oh, I know one I really liked was using the jump, where you had to use the pole and you jumped over and then you landed in the soft stuff. Hopefully you landed in the soft stuff. And then they would measure how far you jumped, or how high you could jump. Tell me, what do you guys got? Do you remember track and field day? What kinds of things do you remember? And were you as tortured by it as I was? Hi, Carol. Christine, hi. What things, because I remember being the test thing. Oh, how about climbing the rope? When they'd make us climb that rope up to the ceiling. Oh, it was awful. How many sit-ups can you do? Or gym class was really kind of a torture. Square dancing was the worst, but that wasn't really track and field. Remember when they taught, when we were kids, we learned how to do the jitterbug? Uh-oh, it's clearing day again. Who just joined me that's got some blockage in the throat chakra? We'll find out. It might be me. The best thing about track and field was lunch. Surely, I agree. I'm fairly athletic built, and I'm really competitive, and for some reason in school, I was not at all. I was the little kid that couldn't do the sit-ups very well. It was kind of a mess. I just broke my glasses, of all things. So it was a lot of fun. Thank you for these memories. I will do them with my grandchildren. It did in the long jump. You did what is the Barton? I don't remember ever doing that. If I hadn't broken my glasses, I could see better. Sprints, hurdles were the only thing you were good at. At least you were good at the hurdles, because I couldn't do a hurdle. I couldn't sprint. I couldn't run. I was never a runner. Hi, Robert. Thank you for joining us. We're talking about track and field day, about what kinds of abilities you brought to the table back when you were a kid. And there's a reason I'm leading this to something. So if you think about, were you like the kid that was probably better at, I was the one that was hiding someplace hoping that they didn't call on me, typically. I did not want to attract attention to myself when I was a kid. I was the wallflower. And dancing, forget it. Do you know what I do remember, though? In gym class, my absolute favorite, I had two absolute favorite things now that I think about it. I loved it when they let us do the trampolines. And I also remember them giving us a parachute. You were hiding too, Hunter? Thank you for joining me, Hunter, by the way. I'm glad that I'm not the only one. Many of us, I think, highly sensitive people, school was like pure torture for most of us. We just wanted to go hide someplace because the energies were always just hitting us, and we didn't know why. I didn't have anybody to explain to me that I was an empath. None of us, I think. Hi, Julie. Thank you for joining us. So many of us have had to figure this out as we go, and there's still so many. You know, I was working with someone today, this is a very empathic person. Didn't know, super sensitive, really knows nothing about any of this. People are just starting to wake up. And so these gifts that we brought through to this lifetime, that's what the words were that came to me today, is that you came here prepared for this. And let's see, I now realize that I ran from life. Yeah, we did. We were running. I didn't go to the school dances. Christine hated running. Yeah. It was like, I wasn't built for that, I guess. I can walk. There's a lot of things I can do. I was never a runner. I'm still not a runner. So, what were you built for? You know, in school, we are often grouped together, and we're expected to somehow keep up with everybody else. And we're all different. What is it that Einstein said? That you can't expect a fish to fly like a bird, something like that. That fish is super talented in doing exactly what the fish came here to do. And you can't expect that fish to climb a tree like a monkey. You can't expect that fish to fly. It doesn't have the wings, and yet you can't expect the bird that's flying up there to swim in the water like the fish does. We're all created differently, and we all came here. Hi, Ronald. Nice to see you. We all came here with different skills and abilities, and the message today is that, especially for really all of your lifetimes, you've been created for this very moment. Many times I see messages, I don't know what my path is. I don't know what my abilities are. I don't know what I'm here for. And here you know. And here you've been perfectly created. And we have been getting trained up through all of our experiences. It's difficult to admit that all of these things that we've been going through. I was just thinking yesterday, 4 years ago, my life was so different than it is today. Christine, I was good at swimming. I've always been good at swimming too. I think it's because I have such wide feet. That's my theory anyway. I'm like a duck. And I love to swim. I'm glad I'm not the only one. But I love water, so we're water babies. But think about, I want you today, it's not just me, they want you today, slow down little girl, listen to us, to realize that you have been, Robert, I've been hiding all my life, don't know why or what from, it came here as a healer. I knew that since I was a kid, but I was hiding. Aren't we all, Robert? We are healers. So many of us, we are healers. And I know for me, I've been a healer in many past lives, big time healer. So I brought that energy back through with me this time around too. And so I can use that now. And now that we're more wide awake, now that there's so much that's coming through, we're seeing just how powerful those abilities are. So the message today is stop hiding. You know more about why you came here than you think that you do. And it's only in being still and allowing yourself to see it. It's come to you through experiences, those experiences that you probably wished you could have skipped. You know, school was rough for all of us, most of us who are really sensitive. School was a tough place to be. The bullies, the abusive relationships, the parents that were less than sensitive to our needs. The good stuff too, obviously. You know, those loving people that would pop up in our lives, the teachers that would encourage, the babysitters that took us on long trips. I had that, thank goodness. The grandmother who would sit with us and read stories. All of those things. The times that you lost people that you loved. The times that you lost that important job, or your health failed you, or you lost a parent or a spouse, or those things, they're also part of the gift of this whole transition. Truly, the things that have happened to me in the past 4 years, if those things hadn't happened to me, I don't know that I would be sitting here now. I know I wouldn't be. It wouldn't be. Steve told me that himself. I can hear you now. You would have tried to find a way. If you could do this, if you could have, you would have tried to find a way to keep me here with you. Hi, Terry. And yet you couldn't have. You had to go through this in order to become what you came here to be. So can you see that? Can you hear my voice? Hear his words through me? It's really important. I feel like he's like you're right there with me right now. All of these things, these painful things that you went through, every single experience, was all for a purpose, was all part of your plan to create this person, this being, incredible being that you are right now, to be in this time and space. So those abilities that you thought, those inabilities for me, I'm sure you too, at track and field, those things that I couldn't do, guess what? There's a lot of things that I could do. I wasn't aware yet of all the things I could do. And so the whole idea of this today is you came through with exactly the abilities that you needed to have to be here in this time. It's track and field day again. And we're being told, hey, you know, like we're all out here in the field together. Can you visualize that? We're all out here in the field together. And there's no pressure and there's no judgment. If you can't throw that shot put, if you can't, you know, run that track as fast as the next guy, it's fine. Because you were created for something different. And all of your experiences up until now, in past lifetimes, this lifetime, every single one of those experiences helped to create who you are right now, in this time and space, in this moment, to be the person that you need to be. You didn't come here as a blank slate. You didn't come here not ready, not prepared. You have everything that you need to be exactly what you need to be right here, right now, in this space, in this time. That's the message today. I think it's important for everyone to hear that. Because so many people think, well, so-and-so can do that. I can't do that. You know, I can't see spirit. I can't hear spirit. I can't channel energy. I'm not a healer. You know, you can come up with a million. What are you? And you may be more of that than you think that you are. You got to stop doubting yourself. You can jump that pole way up there. You can jump whatever you want. You could fly to it if you wanted to. You can swim in the sea. What were you here? What are you created for? There's only one way to find out, really. And I feel like it's really unlimited. Like, what do you want? That's what they're going like, what do you want? 3 years ago, I would have never dreamt that I could channel energy, that I could do the things that I do now, that I could channel, you know, do what I'm doing here right now. I would have never dreamt this possible. My life was completely different 4 years ago. I was a completely different, at least my outer appearance, my outer, what I believed in myself was completely different. I remember one of my aha moments, we all have aha moments, was I went to a psychic about a month after Steve died. I went on my birthday, October 17th, 2016. And she was really good, really tuned into him, really tuned into me. It was a beautiful session. And I asked her, because my daughter, my youngest one, has been a medium since she was a tiny baby, really small. Hi, Lee. Hi, Wendy. Thank you for joining us. And I thought, hi Alyssa, thank you for being here. I thought that this kid had abilities that were like incredible. Like she was communicating with my grandmother, and she was this little bitty thing with seeing things. Yeah, like she'd walk up and she'd take the hand of somebody that I couldn't see and walk down the hallway, and she'd be sitting down there playing with who knows who. She was incredible. And then about 5 she stopped. And so I went to this psychic, and she was really helping me to connect with Steve. And I was finding a lot of peace in that session with her. And I asked her, we kind of got to talking about my kids, and I asked her about this youngest one, and she said, yeah, she's a medium. She's got some abilities, but she said she is just a branch off of your tree. She said, you are the one with the abilities, and she's just picked up a piece of that. And I went, what? What? Like, it was my wake up moment. It's like, I knew I was sensitive to spirit, but I just thought that she was the one with all the talent. So this is your wake up moment right now. I'm being her. I'm being that psychic for you. You have more than you think you do. When we come to this track and field together today, Spirit wants you to know that you have more abilities than you, more than likely, all of us, no matter how many abilities you think you have so much more. And you have so much, like it's only opening to them. What do you want? What do you want? Do you want to be able to run that track and field? Do you want to be able to see spirit? Do you want to be able to channel messages? Do you want to be able to heal with your touch? Jesus could do that. He came here to show us what we could do and more. What do you want? What are you opening to? It's all about being open. It's about laying down everything. All these things that you've been taught, like I can't do this and I can't do that. Somebody else does that better than me. Stop it. You hear me? Stop doing that to yourself. Look in the mirror. You can do anything. If one person can do it, you can do it too. Don't talk down to yourself, and you're so needed right now. I think that's important. I don't ever know what's going to come through. This kind of started hitting me a few minutes ago, and I think it's really important that one of two things. First off, each one of us realizes that we have more we're unlimited possibilities. Like the veil is so thin, there's like it's non-existent. Of course you can hear spirit. Of course you can feel spirit. Of course, those flashes of lights, yes, angel wings, whatever you want to, yes, whatever. You can believe in whatever, because, the truth of it all is having that communication with Steve. I only had close communication with Steve when he passed because I believed. I chose to believe. I chose to believe that he was taking the walk with me when I took the dog out for a walk. I chose when I would feel wrapped up, he would stop me right in my tracks and I would feel wrapped up in him. I chose to believe, yes, that's him. Yes, that butterfly, he sent me that butterfly. He's there with the dragonflies. He's in the clouds. I see this heart-shaped cloud. Of course he sent that to me. Can you put yourself in that space of the little child where you stop unbelieving? That's what I used to say to my kids when they would doubt themselves for a little while. I would say, can you just not believe for a little while? Can you not believe? Can you just let yourself believe? Fall into it. Yeah, I saw something. Was that really what I think it was? Yeah, of course it was. Of course it was. Of course you just saw spirit. Of course you're hearing spirit. Of course. Yes, because it's available to you. Of course. Just don't not believe for a little while every day. Be still. Be open. In love and light. Be good about that. Stay in a higher vibration. I need to throw that in. Stay in a higher vibration. Work yourself way up here. Way up high. And then all that's going to come through you is love. When you stay in the energy of love, that's what comes through you, and it goes out through you to other people, and it flows like the most beautiful golden river of light across the planet. Stay in that love. Stay in that higher vibration. We keep talking all the time about clearing this or clearing that, or attracting, or all these things. Well, the way that we attract, the way that we give out energy is first going to that space of love. Before you go into the world, fill yourself with it. Put on the cloak of love. Can you visualize that? I'm putting on my cloak of love before I go out into the world today. Maybe I'm going to put on that mask and cover my face, I don't know. But first, before I do all those other things, before I put on my rubber gloves, before I put on a mask, before I try to protect my physical self, I'm going to wrap myself up in this big cloak of love, and I'm going to go into the world. And those people that are around me, I love to visualize saying, you know, everybody that crosses my path today, I'm going to send them a love bomb. I'm going to love. I'm just going to love. And when I stay in that space of love, I attract more of it to me. And when other people are in a lower vibration, it doesn't even affect me. It's like they're just going on their way, and that's where they are in life, and that's okay. They're still stuck in that lower vibration. They don't know how to get out of it, but I hope that they resonate with me. Do you notice that when you go out with that love and you're wrapped up in it, somebody's having a really bad day and they can't figure out how to get out of it. And you walk by them and all of a sudden they go, oh, wait. Because our hearts resonate with each other. So you've just lifted their day. You didn't even have to say a word. You didn't have to do anything. Your love resonated with them and they picked up on it and it helped to raise their vibration a little bit. Maybe they couldn't get up as high as you, but it raised them a little bit and it brought them a little closer, a little closer. We just have to do that every day because it's really, truly the most important thing that you got going that puts you as a winner. You're winning, you're getting the ribbon on that track and field today is just the fact that you're here, that you're breathing, that you're open. Be open to love all the time, and that you're raising the vibration of the planet just by your existence. You get to have these gifts if you want them. You get to expand on these gifts if you want them, if you're open to it. If you're ready to receive, you can have that too. But the most important thing that we're doing right now is just finding joy, finding happiness, playing in the mud puddles, making mud pies, being creative, picturing yourself as a hot air balloon flying into the sky, releasing all that negative stuff, letting go all the time. That's your full-time job. Continue, continue, continue. When something happens and it pulls your vibration down, go sit in nature, walk barefoot on the earth, go hug a tree, hold on to some crystals, breathe deeply. I cannot give you enough of these things. Eat the chocolate if you need it. Have a big old piece of chocolate cake if that's what makes you feel better. Pull that vibration back up and continue to work your vibration like it is the most important ability that you've got on that track. We're all gathering together at this playground. We're practicing our skills, our track and field skills. You are the highest jumper. You can keep up with anybody as long as you hold that vibration. Just keep a high vibration all the time. I think that's really the biggest thing here for you guys today. How do you get it? Wendy McCool, hello. Lee, thank you for joining me. Annie Marie, I'm always happy to see you guys. Trying to see, I kind of broke my glasses. Christine, I lost 3 husbands to spirit. Feeling stronger now and cutting cords was really helped me feeling guilty, although I know deep down there was nothing I could have done. But I needed to cut cords regarding, let's finish this because this is really good. Regarding guilt, thank you. You're welcome. And you know what? I'm right there with you because that was my biggest downfall after I lost Steve. Even now with my kids or in my relationships, I can fall into that guilty place where I've failed something. I've failed somebody. I didn't do something right. What did I do wrong to deserve this? Do you know that? Do you know that feeling? What did I do wrong? In these past few years, in your lifetime, you've gone through these difficult struggles, and you're like, in victim mode, we sit there and we go, this is just a punishment. I remember looking at Steve when he was dying, and I was like, I know this is my fault. Why? What did I do? What did I do that you have to suffer for this? This is my fault. I took on this huge guilt, and it pulled me down for such a long time, that guilt of, oh, man, I must have done something really horrible in a past life to deserve this. Don't do it to yourself. Pull yourself out of victim mode. The experience of losing him was a catapult for me. It sent me into a place that I never dreamed possible. And he made that possible. He gave his life for me. There's no greater gift. He gave his life for me. I am not a victim. He was not a victim. There was a plan in this. There's a plan in every single loss. Carrie, hi. Nice to see you. Marie Etta Stoner, nice to see you. So please, if you'd learn, Wendy, I don't know if I said hi, but I am now. I'm losing track. There's a lot of people here today, so hello. Wendy, we are so connected when we are coming into the world and then leaving it, but the world comes in and blocks it. You're right. You're right. We're so connected, these little babies. We're all so connected, and they're just so full of love. And those little bitty babies, all there is love. It's time to come back to that love. It's time to come back to that. You got to do it for you too, okay? Do it first for you. Be that baby. Hold that baby. Be that mama to that baby. Sit there and hold your tiny self again. And look down on yourself with that love, that God love that's inside of you. You know, so many times we didn't get... I know when I held my newborn babies, every one of them, I looked at them like they were absolute miracles. I'm like, wow, look at you. Look at you. I don't even know where you came from. You're too good. I couldn't have done this myself. That energy, be that to you. Be that to you and comfort you and love you. Love you. You are so loved. You are still that precious being. So can you look at yourself first and say, wow, you're precious. You are absolutely precious. Look at you. I can't even, I just love you so much. Because you got to see yourself in here and how incredible, what an incredible being you are. You haven't stopped being that person, that incredible little newborn creature. You're still that person. Just buried down in here. So dig that baby back out. Hi, Lori. Nice to see you. I'm trying to keep up with you guys. I've probably missed a lot of comments. Some days I just I'm preaching today. I'm preaching love. So Geraldine says, my video keeps freezing. I'm outside grounding while I listen. Well, just don't even worry about the video. Keep on grounding. Maybe you can hear it. I hope you can. Terry, thank you. I know you couldn't stay, but thank you for sharing out. I do appreciate it, guys, because I'm not that good at sharing things once I get rolling. So, and if I'm not answering if you're on a different site and you're watching live and I'm not answering you or talking to you, it's because I'm only answering. I can only manage one. I'm not that talented. I can't manage 3 or 4 different places with comments. So if you're on my page, I'm seeing you, and if you're not on my page, I can't see your comments. So I'll try to catch up to you. Alyssa, nice to see you. Thank you for joining us. The soul's accumulation. Yes, I like that. A soul's accumulation. That's almost the title of a book, isn't it? Let's see. Christine, 3 husbands. I'm so sorry you've been through that. Marietta, thank you for joining us. See if I can catch up to where I was. Wendy, she says she sees and hears spirits since childhood. See, that's the thing, is when we're little, we were never taught not to see it. So it was just easy when we're young. We just naturally see spirit. Then somewhere along the way, somebody tells us to wake up and stop playing around with that imaginary friend, and we suddenly forget. She was little. Abby is still... I think sometimes she sees spirit, but she won't talk about it. She got scared by something at around 5. She used to tell me that there was a boy that would hang around with her and he was scary, and she stopped. Suddenly she shut it down. And so I think she's still really super sensitive when she decides to open back up. I'm encouraging of her, but I don't push her. I just allow her to be what she chooses to be. And maybe someday she'll decide she wants to come fully back into it. Yeah, Wendy, you stopped listening due to your job. Yeah, I was incompatible. That's what happens. Life comes in and kicks us out. We just kind of, we have to shut down. It's time to open back up. You got time now. Open back up. It's such a miracle. Let's open back up to spirit. So close to us now. And there's such a message of love. Stay in that higher vibration, and nothing's going to scare you. It's all going to be higher vibrational love coming in. Alyssa, positive vibrations, yes. Cloak of love. I'm catching up. I'm open. Good, Annie. Being open is all it is. Open in our relationships. When you fall in love, you know that feeling when you first fall in love and you're dancing on the couch? What's that actor's name? You're dancing on the couch and you're so excited. Wow, it's so exciting to fall in love. And then at some point you kind of shut your heart back down. You close it. And all of a sudden all you're seeing is, oh man, he's chewing really loud. Or he left the toilet seat up again. This whole thing, it's a lesson. Keep your heart open. When you stay open to yourself, to the love that's inside of you, to spirit, to those in your family, to those your loved ones, when you choose to, even sometimes you might close up a little bit, open back up. Keep practicing opening that window back up, that door, whatever it is. Keep opening, keep opening. And when you do that, your relationships are better. Your connection to your own higher spirit, or higher Holy Spirit, higher self, your connection to your Creator, whatever name you give that energy, your connection to your own inner being, your inner child, all of that. You just stay open, and then your gifts just flow like the children, like babies, like small children. They're so open to life. They don't judge one another. They don't judge themselves when they're standing in front of the mirror. They're wide open. So we're going to bathe in that for just a few minutes. We were laid off from our full-time job of love by our rat race job here exactly. We have been on furlough. Alyssa, this is great. We've been on furlough of the spirit, but no longer. The great awakening is here. Thank you for saying that. I feel it. I feel it. I know that not all of humanity is feeling that, but those of us that have been receiving, that have been getting prepared for this time right now, we're feeling it. What time is it? It's still okay. We're feeling, man, I know there's stuff going on. Every now and then I see the news, but mostly I just feel so complete and so at home and so loved and so wrapped up and safe right now. It's like nothing I've ever known before. And there's no guilt. Guilt is lower vibration. I feel for those people. I love them. I send them love. And I cut those cords so I'm not pulled down. I'm still in my hot air balloon flying high. Somebody tries to grab a hold of and tie me down, and I'm like, I love you. I send you love. I send you healing. And I go snip, and I set myself free to fly again. That's what you're called to do right now. It's a pretty awesome job, really. Louise, nice to see you. Thank you for joining me. Lynette, thank you for joining me. I'm trying to catch up. Bernadette, thank you for the live event today. I have to pick up my grandchildren. Much love. Thank you for being here, Bernadette. Enjoy those grandbabies. Wendy, I'm glad you're enjoying it. Carrie, Wendy, my daughter gave her life so that I could awaken. I've been scared to say it, but Diane is right. It's true. Isn't it? When we think of these people in our lives that have passed as only being just that human body, it's painful, and there's so much grief attached to that, and so much guilt. Like we feel so guilty that we must have done something. And when you realize that they're just incredible souls, that they came into this planet, they chose to come here to be that person for you, to give you that love, to awaken that love inside of you. And they had a plan to be here for just a certain length of time. And sometimes the most precious gift that they give us is in stepping back out. Because it's in that loss that we awaken. Oftentimes it takes something that traumatic to awaken us to who we are. So right now on the planet with so much loss, there are so many opportunities for awakenings. If we look at it that way, this is such an incredible time to be alive, because they're not just being buried in the ground. Their soul is, our energy lives forever, and they're being set free, and they're still helping. They're still helping. I did a clearing this morning, and I knew, Mom's here. I feel your mom. And she sends love. And all I feel mostly when I feel someone around us is, I love you, I'm here, I support you. I love you, I'm here, I support you. Your daughter, my husband, all these people, they stepped out for a reason, but they didn't leave. They're still very much a part of all of this. And it's important for us to remember that. Luann, thank you for joining us. Marriott Stoner, everything is working perfectly according to God's incredible timing plan, or divine plan. You're exactly right. There is something so divine in all of this. If we can look at it that way, if we can let go of the lower vibrational loss and grief and all of that and step into, oh, but what kind of an opportunity are we gonna, where are we going with this? Where are we going? Our spirits are flying right there with them. They're being set free from their bodies, and our bodies, we're getting there in the body. Can you imagine that? This is the first time for humanity to come to a place, to evolve to a place where we are actually as above, so below. We are coming to a place where we can experience what it's like to be out of the body while we're in the body. That love that we're experiencing is like so huge. Woo, it just got a wave of it. It's so huge. And imagine all of the things that you've gone through for your body to be prepared to be able to deal with even a little bit of this. All of the dizziness, all of the migraines, all of the body aches, all of the heart palpitations. So many things that our bodies have gone through in the past, I want to say 6-7 years at least, probably longer, probably our whole lifetimes. Our bodies have been preparing for a time, and right now we're in it. Our bodies are prepared. It's still difficult, and yet we are able to manage this, and we're able to hold a higher vibration than anyone in humankind has ever been able to do in physical form. Hi, Tammy. Thank you for joining me. So can you give yourselves right now, just see yourselves getting a good pat on the back. You have come so far. In just a few years' time, we have come so far. Think of yourself 3 or 4 years ago. And now see yourself now. How far have you come? How many experiences have you had? How much has life changed in just 3 or 4 years for you? I could write a book about the experiences that I've had in 3 or 4 years, how much my life has changed, how much I've evolved in 3 or 4 years. It's amazing. Now think of that little child that's been born. Where are they going to be in 3 or 4 years? You know, they go through, a child from a newborn baby till the time they're 4 goes through a huge transformation. Just a physical, look at them. They're like this little bitty person, and all of a sudden, just 3 years later, they're running around and they're causing all kinds of trouble. You know, you can't keep them down. They're destroying the world. Or they're creating, or they're making stuff that maybe looks to us like a disaster, and to them it looks like a masterpiece. That's us. 3 or 4 years, we went from newborn baby to these toddlers that are able to run and jump and create. I wonder what we're going to be in another 3 years, another 3 months. I wonder if time will even matter. I could get off on this for a long time. I just know that it's miraculous, that we are each little bitty, living, breathing miracles, growing so fast, evolving so fast, becoming. We don't gotta know. I don't know what I'm becoming. I just know I'm becoming. I am that I am that I am that I am that I am. I am. Can you repeat that? I am. Sit in that I am presence for just a minute. I am. I don't need a title. I'm here, and I was meant to be here right now. I chose to come here right now. And I am in receiving mode for whatever it is. Put yourself in receiving mode right now. We don't need to do there's a lot of meditations out there, and I hope you're doing them. But today, I think it's important for us to be, I don't know about you guys, but I've been wanting to listen to Christmas music. I feel as if we're in this place of Santa Claus is coming. Santa Claus is here. Forget the coming part. It is Christmas. It is time to receive. Are you willing? Are you able? What do you want to receive? What do you want? What do you want? The universe is saying, what do you want? Draw me a picture. Tell me what you want. And focus on love and focus on light as often as you can, because whether you know it or not, you are continuously, constantly, even in your sleep, creating the reality that you're living. So what do you want? Focus and let go of all the negative stuff. We can't create from that negative place. We got to let that wash away. You want to create from up here. Your creation that you are creating right now has an effect on all of humanity. Collectively, we're creating an entirely new world to live in. Can you imagine that you get to be a part of that? What a gift. You know, not everybody gets to do this. I hope you know that. You were specifically chosen. That's how important you are. You were allowed this incredible honor of being alive right now. Do you realize how incredible you are? That you were allowed, out of all of the souls that wanted to be here alive in this time and place, you were one of them that was chosen to be here right now. Do you love yourself a little bit more right now? Can you feel that? You're incredible, and you're needed, and you're being used in the most beautiful ways. Wendy, they came as Presbyterian planters to Ireland and got farmland, but some moved on to America due to too much tension and hardship in Ireland. You guys are having a really cool conversation in the background. My father's grandparents were Scottish planters who came to Ireland. I am too Scottish and Irish. Somewhere I'm a really mixed bag, so it's an interesting conversation. I'm also Native American. Julie, hello. See, I think I said hi to everybody. I hope I didn't miss anyone. Luann wants full healing from her medical condition. So let's I always felt I was here for something special. You don't need to know exactly what it is. Just be open, Carol. Just open. You are something special, and you are here right now, breathing and living and loving, and you're doing your job perfectly. That's all I gotta say. It always felt like I was here for something. Still okay. Yeah. Please know that truly your biggest gift to the planet is holding a high vibration right now and just breathing, and then the rest of it is icing on the cake. So you can open up to more. You can give more. You can use your throat, your voice. You can use your skills, your talents, whatever artistic abilities, whatever giving, where you're reaching out in love to someone, you're doing your job. When you're meditating and you're connecting directly to Source, you're doing your job. When you're letting that energy, when you're walking into the grocery store and you're sharing your love out, you're doing your job. When you're smiling at somebody that hasn't seen a smile in a long time, when you're helping to reach something that's high on the shelf, when you're talking to a small child, when you're saving, you're going to the Humane Society and saving a little kitten, or whatever you're doing. Whatever you're doing your job. Alyssa, I used to pray for this when I was laid in my bed at night as a little girl. I used to ask for my life to have great purpose and to be here for the people who would suffer in the end times. It was, let me see, gotta go on here. It was my own soul telling me my purpose and foreshadowing my entire life. So many open doors and closed gates, all in perfect timing. Exactly. There are times that we think we've got it all figured out. It's all laid out perfectly. We know exactly where we're going and how we're going to get there. We got a perfect plan so many times. And guess what? It all falls apart. And then we're like, now what are we supposed to do? I had this all figured out. Now what do I got to do? Stop trying to figure it out. We can't know next week. We can't know. We cannot do anything with the next moment until it gets to us. We don't know that we're even going to be here. We don't know what's going to happen. Anything can happen in 20 seconds. So breathe and be at peace and find joy in the moment, playing and smiling and reaching out for the source energy, for the love that is wrapped around you right now. Luann, we're asking right now as a group, there's 12 of us that I can see, we're asking as a group right now for Luann, that whatever this physical disease is in her body, all of us together, let's all be in receiving mode right now for just a moment. Be still. We are safe, we're protected. All of the energy that flows amongst us is out of love and out of light. There is nothing to be afraid of. And we trust and we know that when we ask, we always receive. So we are asking for Luann to receive a perfect, beautiful healing today in whatever way is for her highest of good. We're going to add that because sometimes We do sometimes have things that we would judge as negative. Don't judge them. They happen for a reason. We're here to learn, okay? So if it's something that's there and it is for your highest of good, we don't want to take it away. But whatever can be taken, any kind of illness, any kind of negative happenings in anybody's life right now that's in this circle, or anybody that watches in the future, we ask to have that taken away. Just let it open up your hands and let it flow right on out, as if you're sitting in a beautiful stream of water. Anything that no longer serves you, let's focus on letting it go for just a moment. And breathe. Breathe in that energy of release, of surrender. Can you just kind of put your head down? I'm surrendering. I'm surrendering. I don't need to carry all this stuff anymore. I'm letting it go. And if there's disease in my body that is no longer necessary, if it's something that I don't need to learn from, I'm going to let it go too. Anything that can be taken from me that makes me uncomfortable or holds me down, I want it gone. I'm ready to let it go. Lay it down. And then in the next moment, I want you to breathe all the way from your little toes, your little piggy toes. I want you to breathe in all of the love that is available to you, all of the healing energy that is available to you right now. Let it fill every soul of your body. Feel it. Can you feel it? It's as if we're just being wrapped in love these days. You are so very loved. I can give you that much. Every single one of you is so loved and so supported and so blessed and so gifted. Visualize yourself like a basket. Like this, you're just in receiving mode. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. I don't know what abilities. I don't know who I am, really. I don't know what I'm bringing to the playground today. But I know I came here with gifts. I know I came here with ability. I got something to bring to the playground today. And so I'm just going to be at peace, and I'm going to be in receiving mode, and I'm going to be open. And when I start to see things, I start to experience things, my third eye is opening, I'm seeing things, I'm dreaming things. Opportunities come to me. I'm just open to receive opportunities. I'm open and I'm accepting. And I am a being of light and love, and I am so needed and so valued and so worthy of being on this planet at this time. Can you feel it? You just sit back and bathe in that today. All day, bathe in that energy of how incredible you are, that you get to be here right now in this time and place. Because it's an incredible time to be alive. I was told, what Steve, the message he gave me was, if you could only see how beautiful it's going to become, if you could only see how beautiful it's going to be, you would understand why I had to step aside. If you guys can only see how beautiful this is becoming, you'd understand why so many are stepping aside. If you can only see how beautiful this is becoming. And I don't think we can even imagine. We can't even fathom where we're going. But we can sit back and we can rest in it, and we can know it's really going to be something. This is really going to be something. I am so thankful to be a part of this. And I'm thankful that all of you joined me today. Wrap yourselves in that cloak of love today, wherever you're going, whatever you got to do. Be wrapped in that love, share it out. Know that you're safe and that you're protected and that you are so very loved. Let it go, Carol Ann. I'm thanking you for being here. I know you got to go, and I got to go too. You guys have a beautiful, beautiful day. Thank you for sending back the love, for the return. I love the beautiful exchange that we have every day. I will be here tomorrow, I promise. God willing. I'm still breathing. I will be here tomorrow. I want you to take very, very good care of yourselves today. You're so welcome, Luann. You're just wrapped up in healing energy today. We're just visualizing Archangel Raphael just wrapping and just coming in and saying, okay, this is good. It's time. It's time for you to let all of this illness go. Be healed, be whole, be alive, live your life, comfort your child, be happy, be joyful, hold yourself as much as possible in that place today. You are so welcome, Robert and Julie. Have a great day. All of you have a great day. We'll check in again if you need any one-on-ones. Just give me a private message and I'll give you a call and we can talk. Take excellent care of yourselves, and I love you so much. And we'll talk again soon. Bye.